welcome to this week's garden journal. As you can see, I'm out in the shed. I'm still outside, but not like outside because it's a little bit cold today and there's not as much wind in here, but I still wanted to work. So let's get right into what I did this week. Today is April 14th and I just got done sifting this bag of compost. You can see the difference. This is it just looks a lot better. It still has more wood in it than I would like, but definitely better for planting than this. Look at this. Can't even run my hands through it. Just a lot of filler. But I wanted to reassure you guys, some people were concerned when I showed my compost sifting the last time. They were afraid that I was throwing out this wood, and I assure you I am not throwing this out. I paid for it. There's nutrients in here. I will just be using it differently than in my garden beds. I want some nicer soil, some thinner soil. Look how nice. Isn't that beautiful? It feels nice too. I love it. So I'm going to dump some worm castings in here, mix it in, and I'm going to go put that out in the flower bed. So I put down the compost, there's the empty container, with the worm castings. I spread out the soaker hose. Fits perfectly. I was going to plant some flowers, but I'm a bit tired, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. You can see the section that I did last week. This section is pretty neat. The flowers coming up, you can see them. I also weeded a lot over here, but all those, the taller ones, the tiny ones, are weeds that are just a little bit too small to really pick. So I've been waiting for them to get a bit bigger. But you can see the flowers coming up, which is pretty cool. Nice and bright and green all the way down. I also wanted to show you our first flowers on this side of the garden bed, at least. I already showed you my daffodils on the other side, but on this back side we have these. Do you know what these are called? I'd be most grateful if you could put them down in the comment section, because I'm not sure. And I threw away my seed packets from last year, which I learned from. I'm actually keeping my seed packets this year so I know what to call these beautiful flowers. But if you know, I'd be happy to hear your thoughts. Aren't they pretty though? So pretty. April 15th, here are my pepper sprouts. They've actually been up for a couple days, but I forgot to show them to you. I'm very excited about them. So we'll see how they do. I came out here, of course, to do my daily weeding and just working on whatever needs to be done. Of course, this bed. Walking over here, I went ahead and planted the flowers today. I am so tempted to keep going down the fence line. I actually don't know what is going to come up from here on, because I have this gigantic tree and a building and of course the fence, so I don't know how much sun is going to get in here, but I'm really of the mind to just plant and see what happens. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm done for now, but I've been taking care of this spot right here where the little guys are coming up. You can see them now. I don't have to bend down there for you to look at them, but I've been keeping the weeds at bay. They're enjoying all the watering that's been happening. Nothing has come up over here yet. These are very tall and beautiful and are one flower. I showed you yesterday. And over here, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I was going to put down compost and worm castings like the other side, but I already have stuff growing. I believe these are sunflowers. And they're already coming up, so I don't want to dig up the soil. So yeah, I'm not sure yet. I might just put a little bit down where I plant stuff. I do need to put bricks on this side, so I'm not sure about this yet. I pulled up a bunch of weeds in here. You can see I planted that little guy and it's coming up, and then a bunch of cosmos are coming up here, and there's a bunch over there. We'll have to thin them out later. April 16th. I've actually been working on this side of the garden bed today. Now I didn't put down compost. I just cultivated a bit. I got rid of the tiny weeds that are coming up, and I'm just planting not the rest of my flowers, but a lot of the rest of my flowers, and we'll see which looks better, the bed that does not have compost and the side that does have compost. I'm still learning. This is only my 4th year gardening, so I'm trying to figure out the best way of prepping my beds for planting and everything. And I just saw a video today actually from Gary Pilarchik from Rustic Garden, and he said it's better to put down compost in the fall so it has the winter to break down, so when you're planting in the spring it's not taking that nitrogen. So we'll see how these two beds fare, but that's what I did today. Is I cultivated, and if you don't know what cultivating is, it's just when you move the top like 1/8 inch of the soil to get rid of tiny weeds. And you can use a hoe if you're doing a bigger bed, but since I'm in this little flower bed, I'm just using, I don't know if you can see that. I'm using the side of this shovel. Can you even see? It has ridges. See, this side is smooth and this side has ridges, and I just scrape and pull up the tiny seeds that are on the surface. It's a lot quicker than pulling every weed by hand. So I did this section right here. You can see I put out my tape measurer, have a little bit of order when planting flowers, but I'm not too, particular about it. I just want them to be spaced a little bit, but wherever they come up, But I don't know if you can see, there's a bunch of sunflowers coming up. Not the big tall ones, but like the bush ones. And that's exactly what I was hoping they would do. There's a bunch of them. And I'm gonna thin them out because they get pretty big. If you wanna see, go look at my videos from last year. They become really tall and produce a lot of flowers. But I'm really happy with them coming up. That's what I wanted them to do. And they came up like all the way to where that green is. So the one thing I'm worried about is these wild sunflowers grow really fast. Once they get going, they just really start going. So I'm afraid they're going to grow faster than my other flowers and cover them so that they don't grow. But either way, it's going to be fun to see everything growing. And April 17th, today I weeded 4 beds. This back one here, and this one, and that one, and that one. And that's it. I'm probably just gonna water and call it a day. That's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you are enjoying your own gardens, maybe getting ideas from what I'm doing. I'd love to hear your ideas and thoughts on what's going on over here. Leave them in the comment section below, and let's talk plants, guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you in our next video. Goodbye.